So I had the worst induction at my college last week. It was really was awful. So I walked in about 8:45, and there's this big blue notice board with people's phone rooms and things that's pinned on it, and there was like a big crowd of people, like massive people, like must have been 30 at a time, like people, like twos of people just went in, but then two just came in and just like drew the crowd. So I thought it would be best just to wait for that to die down a little bit and talk to my friend who was waiting this up a queue for something else, and really just less than 5 minutes passed. I looked at my phone, it said 10 to 9, turned around and no one was there. I was so freaking scared. So I just ran all the way to the blue notice board, saw my phone room, and it's on the top floor. Like, really? Really? You're gonna send me all the way to the top floor? Like, it was just so awful. And the lifts, what they have, are great for if the college is not busy, but at that time when like the massive people just disappeared, like I didn't know on the lift, I had to like walk all the way up the stairs. I was so tired. Keep in mind that I was on the second floor last year. I was thinking, wait, am I expected to go to the top floor every single time I have to be up my tutor? I mean, like, it just wouldn't happen. So I was like powering like on the stairs. I didn't want to be late, but even though like some people told me, like when I've been talking to friends and stuff, even that they didn't really see the point of coming to the induction, because all they did was just like tick that they wanted to like carry on their three subjects into A2, and that was it. Like they weren't needed after that. So, but that's whatever. But I had this little sheet of my like grades and things for my GCSEs. Yeah. I don't know why I'm laughing. So tired. To bring to my tutor, which I then later found out I didn't even need. I just thought that we'd be doing UCAS and like university type stuff. But do you ever get that thing when you're walking down the street or something and you think that you have something in your hand? Like I literally just went like, because keeping in mind it was like an A4 piece of paper, I was carrying it like this the entire time, I swear to you. But it just wasn't there, so I had to like run all the way back downstairs, talk to my friend, saying like, oh, have I like dropped the piece of paper anywhere? Like, have you seen that piece of paper just like drifting around in the wind? Like, I don't know, like, because I was panicking because they were my personal grades, and I don't know, maybe looking back, I do have a slight tendency to ever panic about things, but this really, it was just so stressful. After that, just went downhill because I realised I had the biggest pockets in the universe, and it was actually in my pocket. So then I had to, even though the lift still wasn't coming down, so I had to just then really power my way through to the top floor, and with a big puffy window coat because I thought it was going to be raining. And so I walk into my tutor room, and I sit down next to this person who's actually quite cool, but do you ever get that thing where you're talking to someone and they just walk away? Hi, what's your name? I'm Ruben. Oh, yeah. So how are you? I mean, how come I have to get up so early just for this day? And you don't believe what happened to me on the stairs this morning. I had this piece of paper, and oh. Okay. Well, see you later. I almost had a friend. I should really stop these late night vlogs. And the person who was taking over my tutor for the day, I say my tutor because, well, I'll explain it. He had like this timeline of things we had to do, like by 10 o'clock we should have done this, 11 o'clock we need to go to blah blah blah. But I don't remember too much of that, honestly, just because like none of that never happened. It wasn't my fault, honestly. And then he talks about this thing where you can go to these subjects rooms to like take on additional subjects, like I took on statistics. I'm following just like through these sheets in front of us, like saying like our subjects, and if you want to like, add any more, I'm going to like the subject rooms. And then people just started just like disappearing from all sides of the classroom, like, oh, okay, they're my subjects, I'm going. Like, oh, yep, they're my subjects, I'm out of here. oh yeah, they're my subjects. Peace. That kind of thing. And I was just so confused because, like, I was used to. Because even then, like, what are they supposed to do? Like, it's how many hours till the next thing, so, like, what's going on? So you know how I love following the crowd? I eventually did the same thing, just, like, went off to the next thing, like, when it was time for it. And we were supposed to do our UCAS impersonal statements. And to go to the library to do them. Now, when I was going to the library, there was, like, this long row of people, and I mean, long, like, start the corridor till the end. And actually, the crowd I was talking about at the start of the video, they just seem to go up 2 floors, then just congregate at the back of the corridor because they ran out of chairs. And all of them had these pink sheets, and I was just so confused because that person who was acting like my tutor for that day didn't give us any pink sheets. I was just so confused, like, wait, I was used to have a pink sheet, I was used to join this line, but there was this woman on the help desk, so I told her, like, the situation, like, what I was supposed to do, and she literally just said to me, I don't know. Like, really? If the help desk woman, who is paid to guide us and to direct us to things, doesn't know what to do, pardon me, excuse me, and then, really, what? We're all screwed. And plus, especially for people who really want to be at college and want to know what to do, it's really so disheartening that the powers that be can't tell the staff to then tell the students what to do. So I just decided just to go past and just go to the library because I need to sit down myself. But those people with the pink sheets were giving me stares, like, what are you doing here, stares? Like, you were just people just stare, you should have a way, like, that kind of stare, like, what did I do? I don't want to be a pink sheet, should I have a pink sheet? You tell me! I'm just as confused as you are. But when I walked into the library, it was just a whole nother situation. Like, maybe I think there might have been enrolling new students or something, but just the fact they didn't tell us, like, we were so confused. I say we because, like, I talked to some friends and, like, they didn't know what to do either. So eventually I just sat at the computer, just typed up 3 paragraphs and printed it off. But then it just gets worse. Told you it went downhill. So conveniently enough, the subject rooms were on the 6th floor again, so, but this time, like, I just couldn't be too much bothered, so I just, like, trolled my way up there. But then I was, like, waiting in the queue for statistics, like, talking to the maths teacher. But then I was just waiting for so long. I swear, like, around 20 minutes had passed before I asked, wait, is anyone waiting for maths or statistics or anything? And then they all went, like, they're so confused as to why I was asking them in the first place. Like, what is going on? Like, why can't they form, like, queues to, like, economics, like, freaking, that's interpretive dance, which I don't even know, but, oh. So I sat down with the teacher, for a little more than 2 minutes, really. He asked me what I wanted to do. It said statistics, and then he asked me what I wanted to do, like, for a degree. I want to do a psychology degree, and he said, oh yes, perfect, that's fantastic, yes, this course suits you, or something. And then that was pretty much it. He signed my sheet and then he sent me on my way, but I was like, well, can I have a little bit more? Like, I just signed up to this course which I don't really know too much about. Like, is there anything I need, like, book-wise? Like, maybe I need a new calculator, things like that. And he said, oh, no, everything's fine. Which just stressed me out a bit more, actually, because even though everything still might be fine, but like, I don't know, just for the fact that I've been so deprived of information on that day, I was just looking for that little bit more. You know what I mean? So that's another, and then I walked back out to find my tutor because like, by the time I finished in there, the sort of subject rooms that should have been finished, and then so then I walked out from there into a different room to talk to this person who I thought was my real tutor, And he teaches English language, and I teach English language as well, so it would make sense for me to be an institutor. And because what they did last year is they made each person have at least one subject in common, and then match all these people up with a subject tutor, so it kind of worked out that way. So even though I wanted to do psychology, that everything English language was fine by me because I wanted to have an English language too. But then it turns out that he wasn't my tutor. He actually shares the same name as another tutor, which was just like really? Then he told me that my tutor was actually a drama teacher, which is just not in the same house, never mind the same box as the subjects I'm doing right now. Like, I can see how maybe you might need to wait. If anything should be the other way around, you need psychology to do drama, not the other way around. So I was just like in a panic then, because I thought that, oh my, UCAS is gonna like go belly up, because how can a drama teacher know like how a personal statement should be for a psychology degree? Like, how, unless he did a degree himself? But like, nowadays, even though the tutor I have now is better, but I'll just leave that at that. So then I was wandering around aimlessly for my tutor, who apparently was in the building, but the person who was my tutor described, if that makes sense, actually went home. Like, I saw him leave. So then I was like even more of a panic. So I just like went back to the library, see if I can like talk to other teachers, like see. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just seeing who I could talk to and like who could help me with my personal statement, because that's what I thought we were really going in for. That was the main focus of the day. So I talked to another teacher who told me to hold on for it for another week, even though like I just wanted to like not even done with, but you know, just wanted to like get it out of the way. But still, that'll give me more time to tweak it, ready for my sort of official first draft. So, and plus I still had things like add in and take away and things like that. Like, it wasn't really like whatever. So I then asked her about getting a picture for my new ID card, because I don't know, it just feels like, because to me it just felt like we need another picture for another ID card for another year. So then she told me that she saw some students being like 2 or 3, getting their picture taken on the second floor first thing. Why didn't they tell us like to get a new picture? But I'm sure that the tutor didn't tell us to get a picture, and even then, like maybe like from the person on the help desk who I talked to, like, you know, before I went to the library, shouldn't she have said something? But it was just a train wreck of a day. I didn't have any sign, anything. It was just so annoying. So after that, I just walked downstairs, got a picture taken, took my ID, and just went home. Because then I was just fed up about the whole situation. Like, it really was just so long for no reason. I mean, like, like really. Like, no signs, no like chaperone or anything. No people like dotted around, like telling us, oh, have you done this, and this? Oh, well, now you need to do, like, you know, just little things like that, like, go a long way. They really do. Actually, no, I didn't just go here. I went on eBay, got my graphical calculator, but after that, I just went in because it was just. Yeah, it was just so tiring a day. Like, I don't think I've had a stressful day, a day more stressful than that yet. It was just so stressful, so extra for no reason. And now I'm tired too. I'm thirsty. The day just gets worse. I'm joking. And so, have you been through like a stressful situation like that? Like maybe an induction day, or just one day at school or something? It's just like, what we should do, like blah blah. Just let me know in the comments below. I'll leave a bit of response. I almost had a friend.
Would it help if we subscribed?
Sorry, I'm okay.